Hello everyone. This is 16th video on strategic management, and previous video included now I started with 5th module, that is strategy implementation, the second video on strategic implementation, but overall 16th video on strategic management. Well, strategic implementation is a process through which our chosen strategy is put into action. It involves design and management of system to achieve the best integration of people, structure, process, resource in achieving organizational objectives. We already discussed in details about strategy implementation in previous video. Let me just revise on that, and then I will be continuing with strategic leadership and organizational culture strategy. Strategic implementation is the sum of activities and choices required for the execution of strategic plan, or as we already discussed. It's a process by which strategies and policies are put into action through programs, budgets, and procedures. So after the creative and analytical aspects of strategy formulation are settled, the managerial priority is converting the strategy into something operationally effective. And this is the implementation of strategy. Alright, so implementation concerns can become quite challenging when a major strategic change is being proposed. So when the environment changes rapidly or abruptly, progressive firms take steps in capitalize on new opportunities or minimize the negative effects of the changes. So change can be brought about by factors such as need to address increased competition, improve quality or service, and reduce cost, etc. That is with the practices and expectation of its partners. So strategic change can be transformational, such as when a firm changes its product lines, markets, or channels of distribution. Strategic change can also be operational, such as when a firm overhauls its production system to improve quality and lower its cost of production. So then strategy implementation may be said to consist of securing resources, organizing these resources, and directing the use of these resources within and outside the organization. So we already discussed strategy implementation, which includes building firm capable of carrying out strategy successfully, allocating ample resources to strategy critical activities, establishing strategy supportive policies, instituting best practice and programs for continuous improvement, installing support system, trying reward structure to achieve results, creating a strategy supportive corporate culture, and exerting strategic leadership. And regarding organization structure, we discussed enough in the previous video in detail regarding the types of organization structure and the patterns in which various parts of organization are interrelated or interconnected. Let me just move on now to organization culture, which is the topic that to be covered in this video. Well, organization culture is an element which affects strategy implementation, as it provides a framework within which the behavior of the members take place. Organization culture is a set of assumptions, beliefs, values, and norms that are shared by an organization's members. Every organization has its own culture. An organization's culture is similar to an individual personality, an intangible year ever present theme that provides meaning, direction, and basis of action. The shared assumption, that is beliefs and values among the firm's members, include opinions and actions within that firm. So these beliefs and values have more personal meaning if the members views them as a guide to appropriate behavior in the organization and therefore complies with them. So the member becomes fundamentally committed to beliefs and values when he or she internalizes them, that is, comes to hold as personal beliefs and values. So in this case, corresponding behavior is intrinsically rewarding for the members. So member derives personal satisfaction from his or her actions in the organization because those actions are congruent with corresponding personal beliefs and values. So assumption becomes shared. Assumptions through internationalizing among organizations, individual members. So organization culture is created by the strategic leadership provided by an organization founder or top management. So an organization's founder is particularly important in determining culture because the founder imprints values and management style on the organization that lasts for a long time. So the leadership style established by the founder or top management is transmitted to company's manager. As a company grows, it typically attracts new managers and employees who share the same values. So thus a company's culture becomes more and more distinct as its members become more familiar. So the virtue of these shared values and common uh, uh, culture is that it increases integration and improves coordination among organization members. So, for example, the common language that typically emerges in an organization because people share the same beliefs and value facilitates cooperation among managers. So, when organizational members buy into cultural norms and values, this dynamic bonds them to the organization and increases their commitment to find new ways to help it succeed. So, the virtue of these shared values and common culture is that it increases integration and improves coordination among organization members. So, now impact of organization culture, major factors that been impacted because of organization culture are objective setting, work ethics, motivational pattern, and organizational process. Objective setting, the culture molds people, and people are basic building blocks of the organization. And regarding work ethics, it relates to conformity to the principles of human conduct on moral, good, right, honesty, etc. Motivational pattern, culture interacts to develop in each person a motivational pattern. The way people approach their job and even life in general leads to achievement. And fourth one being organizational process, like planning, decision making, controlling, etc., determined by the organization culture, because these processes are carried out by the people in the organization. So that's about the impact of organization culture. Mainly impact being divided into four, that is objective setting, work ethics, motivational pattern, and organizational processes. Now before I go into the next topic, strategic leadership, let me give some more meaning and details regarding organization culture. Well, the great culture is the key to develop the trait necessary for business success. So, what is organization culture? It's a collection of values, expectations, and practices that guide and inform the actions of all team members. Think of it as a collection of traits that make your company what it is. So, the great culture exemplifies positive traits that leads to improved performance, while a dysfunctional company culture brings out qualities that can hinder even the most successful organization. Then organization culture is the collection of values, expectations, and practice, as we already discussed, that guides the actions of all team members. So think it as a collection of traits that make the company what it is. So a great culture, as I said, exemplifies positive traits that lead to improved performance. What is the importance of culture to a company? Well, organization culture affects all aspects of business, from punctuality and tone to contract teams and employee benefits. When workplace culture aligns with the employees, they're more likely to feel more comfortable, supported, and valued. So companies prioritize culture can also weather difficult times and changes in the environment and comes out stronger. Well, culture is the key advantage when it comes to attracting talent and outperforming the competition. So what are the qualities of a great organization culture? There are few points. However, culture of high performing organization consistently reflects certain qualities that one should know, so that they are alignment, appreciation, trust, performance, resilience, teamwork, integrity, innovation, and psychologically being safe. So let me explain them. Alignment comes from when the company's objectives and its employees' motivation are all pulling in the same direction. Exceptional organization work to build continuous alignment to their vision, purpose, and goal. Appreciation can take many forms. It can be a public kudos or note of thanks or a promotion. A culture of appreciation is one in which all team members frequently provide recognition and thanks for the contribution of others. Well, trust is vital to an organization. With the culture of trust, team members can express themselves and rely on others to have their back when they try something new. And regarding performance is a key great compliance which create is a key, as great companies create culture that means business. So in these companies, talented employees motivate each other to excel, and as shown, as already told, greater profitability and productivity are the results. So talking about the resilience, it is a key quality in highly dynamic environment where change is continuous. A resilient culture will teach leaders to watch for, and respond to change with ease. Teamwork encompasses collaboration, communication, and respect between team members. When everyone on the team supports each other, employees will get more done and feel happier while doing it. Now, talking about integrity, integrity like trust is vital to all team when they rely on each other to make decisions, interpret results, and form partnerships. Honesty and transparency are critical components of this aspect of culture. Now, talking about innovation, it also leads organizations to get the most out of the available technologies, resources, and markets. Culture of innovation means that you apply creative thinking to all aspects of business, even our own cultural initiatives. Now, coming to one more point, that is psychological safety. It provides the support employees need to take risks and provide honest feedback. Now remember, psychological safety starts at the team level, not the individual level. So managers need to take the lead in creating a safe environment where everyone feels comfortable contributing to the company. Well, this is about organization culture, and I can explain the steps in building high performing organization culture, which goes like this. One is excellent recognition, enable employee voice, make your leaders culture advocates, and live by company's value, forge connections between team members, focus on learning and development, keep culture in mind from day one, personalize the employee experience. So that's how you can build the organization culture. Now going forward, the next concept, that is strategic leadership. I hope you are clear with the organization culture. Now talking about strategic leadership. Strategic leadership affects organization culture as well through the way managers design organization structure, that is the way they delegate authorities and divide task relationships. Michael Dell, for example, keeps his organization as flat as possible and has decentralized authority to lower level managers and employees who are charged with striving to get as close to the customer as they can. The result has been to create a cost-conscious customer service culture at Dell, in which employees strive to provide high-quality customer service. Therefore, the way an organization designs its structure reinforces the effect on the created culture, norms, and values. So, the strategic leadership process emphasizes people because they are the source for transforming various physical and financial resources of the organization into outputs that are meaningful to the society. Strategic leadership deals with vision, keeping the mission in sight, and with effectiveness and results. It's less oriented to organization efficiency in terms of cost benefit analysis. So then transformational leadership is a set of abilities that allow leader to recognize the need for change, to create vision, to guide that change, and to execute that change effectively. Strategic leadership inspires and motivates people to work together with a common vision and purpose. Strategic leadership has external focus rather internal focus. So this external focus helps organization to relate itself with the environment. This is about the functions of strategic leadership. Now talking about the qualities of a global leader. Organization to be able to survive successfully in the global environment, they need an able leader and leadership abilities. Radical change in mindset, that is unstable and unpredictable outside force. Integrity, clear vision, candid credibility. Cross-functional knowledge and expertise. Master of art of learning and unlearning. Ability to turn the table of organization pyramid. Responsible, insightful, and commitment. Innovative and competitive standards. Independent and pathfinders. Leaders take calculated risks. These are some of the qualities of a global leader. Then moving further regarding strategic leadership, let me go in detail. Strategic leadership refers to managers' potential to express a strategic vision for the organization or a part of the organization and to motivate and persuade others to acquire that vision. So strategic leadership can also be defined as utilizing strategy in the management of employees. So its potential to influence organization members and to execute organization change. Strategic leaders create organizational structure, allocate resources, and express strategic vision. So strategic leadership work in an ambiguous environment on very difficult issues that influence and are influenced by occasions and organization external to their own. So the main objectives of strategic leadership is strategic productivity. Another aim of strategic leadership is to develop an environment in which employees forecast the organization's need in context of their own job. So strategic leadership leaders encourage employees in an organization to follow their own ideas. Strategic leaders make greater use of reward and incentive system for encouraging productive and quality employees to show much better performance for their organization. Functional leadership is about inventiveness, perception, and planning to assist an individual in realizing his objectives and goals. Strategic leadership requires the potential to foresee and comprehend the work environment. It requires objectivity and potential to look at the broader picture. So some of the traits, characteristics, or features of effective strategic leader that do lead to superior performance are as follows. Let me repeat. It's loyalty. Powerful and effective leaders demonstrate their loyalty to their vision by their words and actions, keeping them updated. Efficient and effective leaders keep themselves updated about what's happening with their organization. They have various formal and informal sources of information in the organization. Then judicial use of power. Strategic leaders make a very wise use of their power. They must play the power games skillfully and try to develop consent for their idea rather than forcing their ideas upon others. They must push their ideas gradually. Then have wider perspective or outlook. Strategic leaders just have to be very clear about it. And then continuing with qualities of global leader. Organization to be able to survive successfully in global environment, they need enable leader and leadership abilities. Radical change in mindset, that is unstable and unpredictable outside force. Integrity, clear vision and candid credibility. Cross-functional knowledge and expertise. Master the art of learning and unlearning, that is change is inevitable. Ability to turn the table of organization pyramid. Responsible, insightful and commitment. Innovative and competitive standards. Independent and pathfinders. One last quality being leaders taking calculated risks, that is most important. Now we already discussed about few concepts here in this video, that is with respect to organization culture and strategic leadership, and also some global qualities of a leader. Next video I'll be continuing with innovation, innovation process, product and platform, creative destruction, disruptive technologies, and also I'll be discussing innovation environment, the co-creation of value, open innovation and open strategy, national innovation system and learning network and clusters, and also a bit about social innovation. So here in this video I covered the organization culture. Let me just repeat. It's created by strategic leadership provided by an organization's founders or top management. Virtue of these shared values and common culture is that it increases integrity and improves coordination among organization members. Also discuss some of the impacts of organization culture, which included objective setting, work ethics, motivational pattern, organizational process, which I explained already in detail. And also regarding strategic leadership affects organizational culture as well through the way managers design organization structure, that is the way they delegate authority and divide up task relationship. I already explained about the strategic leadership by giving example with respect to Michael Dell. And functions, which we already discussed right now. Let me just repeat. Leadership process emphasizes people because they are source for transforming various resources of the organization, and which gives a valuable remarks to the society, which includes strategic leaders should have a vision, and it should be in terms of cost benefit analysis, and leadership should be transformational. Strategic leadership should inspire and motivate people, because that is the main characteristics of any leadership. And also he should have some external, usually leadership has external focus rather than internal focus, as I can I, according to me, I feel both the factors are equally important. Or if any leader has to be more successful, or they have to come up with the proper decisions, they should be well versed with both external and internal focus also. So without knowing the internal or external environment, it's very difficult for a leader to make up or come with any decisions. So it's important that leader should be focused both on internal and external factors. Well, this is about it. In next video, I'll continue with a few more concepts under strategic implementation. Thank you so much.